Hey there, Paladins fans, my name is Gore, and this last month we ended up going through 3 different lands for the PPL finals using the PGS teams as well as the console series, so we're going to go land to land to land and recap the action that we got to see. So starting off, we had the PPL finals. We took the top 2 teams from North America and Europe and put them against each other, the crowned finalists of the PPL Summer Split. First 2 matches were Na'Vi versus Fnatic and G2 versus Envy. After the way the split had gone, no one was really surprised to see that G2 and Fnatic made it to the finals to face each other. However, this is when we actually got the first surprise of the week. G2 swiped Fnatic left and ended up taking the finals in a 4-1 victory. 11 teams showed up to the Paladins Summer Finals, hoping to walk away with a bit of cash and bragging rights as the top team in the world. Double elimination, so the days were going to be packed with action. A lot of play for the PGS teams, but for the most part, most of them found their way into the bottom bracket within the first 2 days. We got to see some very interesting sets early on, mainly Burrito versus Space Station Gaming, where Burrito have a return to form and they take their first win. We also get an immediate rematch from the PPL finals with G2 versus Envy, and this time around Envy are the ones who are able to climb out on top and topple the PPL Summer Champs. Jumping down to the bottom bracket, Wolfpack Armada, the first teams to get knocked out, followed soon by Space Station Gaming as they fall to G2 Esports. King is the next team to get eliminated as Clown Fiesta shows up, and this is pretty much where the competition started to get very interesting. Fnatic lost their set against Burrito, with Burrito looking way more like the team we saw at the World Championship. Speaking of the World Championship, the reigning international champs Not As Vincere clash with Envy, and through a hard-fought win, push themselves forward to the winners' finals against Burrito. Down in the bottom bracket, we get Fnatic versus G2 and Envy versus Clown Fiesta. Envy versus Clown Fiesta is best described by the latter team's name, and Envy win, easy clap. Fnatic versus G2 is a little bit closer, but G2 just is not able to reclaim the glory they attained during the PPL finals, and they end up losing in the 3rd game. So now we have 4 teams left. Down to the lower bracket, Fnatic, a team that hasn't missed a finals all year, and Envy, which is now a team that's known for making the run through the bottom bracket. Fnatic has weird drafts, weird play, and they just can't hold a candle to Envy during this set. It's 2-0, Envy move on, Fnatic go home, and with a jump back to the winners bracket, we get to see Burrito and Na'Vi, a rematch of the semi-finals from Worlds. Even though Burrito's been looking pretty good so far, Na'Vi was just unstoppable. Burrito take the first game, it looks pretty good, and then it just all falls apart. Burrito goes down to face Team Envy, and while both teams were looking really good and wanting that rematch against Na'Vi, Burrito just wasn't able to come back. They end up going the same way they did against Na'Vi. They take 1 map, but they just aren't able to take the set. Envy just shuts them down and takes it into 3-1. Now, the 2 teams that are left are the 2 that actually lost the PPL finals, and they're the grand finalists. Having a rematch of the set we saw earlier on, it starts off incredibly close. Blow for blow, Na'Vi taking a small lead, going up 3-1, and then the score ends up 3-2. Envy, with their backs against the wall, go to Serpent Beach, and they start off incredibly. They go up to 3-1, and unfortunately that was where it stopped for them. Na'Vi come back, they tie it up in 1 round, and then they just team wipe and play bodyguard for that last round, holding Envy back and being able to make it so that they're the victors. As they hold them back, they end up not only taking the set, but they take their 3rd international win in 2018. And now over onto the console side of things. Xbox versus Xbox, PS4 versus PS4, and eventually crowning which console and region is going to be the best. The first set goes about as you would expect, fan favorites Onslaught against Vexed, and unfortunately Vexed just couldn't muster what they needed to take out Onslaught. The second set, we had the last land champs Flashpoint against a recently changed Elevate roster, and even though they picked up some incredible players, it was still kind of close, except Elevate was able to take each map, being able to shut down what we saw from Flashpoint. Double elimination this time around, we get to see an EU versus EU set, and you get to see Vex just burning for a win. Unfortunately for them, Flashpoint had the same passion, was able to take the set, just not easily. Vex go down 2-1 and end up getting eliminated. Onslaught and Elevate face each other for a trip to the grand finals, and except for letting Moji through in 1 game, Onslaught slaughters Elevate. They move on to the grand finals, and Elevate goes down to face against Flashpoint. Although, special shoutouts to that Moji gameplay because it was ridiculous and showcased exactly why she had been banned that entire tournament. Now, Elevate against Flashpoint, again in the losers bracket, and pretty much exactly the same that we saw the first time around. Elevate just hit a few snags and take this as a clean 2-0. Then we go to the grand finals, and it's a rematch of the winners finals. First 2 maps are both 4-0s, each team taking the other team's map pick. And then Onslaught finally figures out that they can just win, and so they do exactly that. They pull ahead in Ascension Peak, and then they start a little slower there in Jaguar Falls with Elevate taking the first point, but Onslaught find their footing and just tear them down piece by piece. Pulling out Vivian for one last time, Skeppy is the one piloting her this time, and he just helps crown his team as the North American Xbox champions of the console wars. Well, that's going to be it for this recap. As always, you can tune into twitter.com/PaladinsPro to keep up with Paladins esports and everything that's going to be going on here at Skillshot Media. PPL is going to be returning September 4th, so keep your eyes open for that. But as always, my name's been Gore, and we'll see you next time.